Hi, what a great day! By the way, I'm Hannah Florence. Today, we will discuss how and what is the proper interview process. What is the interview process? The interview process is a multi stage process for hiring new employees. The interview process typically includes the following steps: writing a job description, posting a job, scheduling interviews, conducting preliminary interviews, conducting in person interviews, following up with candidates, and making a hire. Interview process and how to improve them. There is much debate by industry professionals on the best ways to improve the interview process. And by improve, we mean attract and make better hires. One theory is that harder job interviews actually lead to better job matches. But is this true? It turns out yes. Those candidates who go through a rigorous interview process often find that the company places a high value of finding employees who are a good match for both the position and the company culture. Hi Ella, can you help me on what are the some steps to consider when structuring interview process?
Want to improve your company's interview process? Here are some steps to consider when structuring your interview process. The phone screener. Phone interviews are an easy way to screen job seekers. In just a few quick questions, phone screeners allow you to vet a candidate and make sure they are a strong match skill-wise before you decide to invest further time in them. At this stage, you want to focus on high-level questions to make sure they meet the requirements of the role. The skill test. Behavioral questions allow you to find the best fit for each role and help you hire employees who can drive innovation, productivity, customer satisfaction, and profits. Determine test objectives, for example, personality, values, skills, etc., and decide how candidates will be moved forward or eliminated based on the results. The in-person interview. At this stage in the interview process, you already know that the candidate is generally well qualified for the role, so it's time to dig further into culture fit and work style. See if you can identify what motivates a candidate, what drew them to your company, and how they work on a team, amongst other questions. The group panel. By meeting with a variety of people, candidates get a comprehensive picture of the culture and the job itself, and team members get a strong sense of the contribution the job seeker will make as an employee. Make sure you prepare interviewers with the job description and the candidate's resume. Also, don't forget to identify a panel leader and assign roles to each interviewer based on job function and/or expertise. The candidate presentation. Team members will get a sense of contribution, skills, and personality during a job seeker's presentation. However, you will need to make sure to be specific about the presentation topic to the candidate and also determine objectives for evaluation of the presenter with the team. And don't forget to solicit feedback via a scorecard or a post-panel debrief. While adding extra hoops for candidates raises the perceived difficulty of job interviews, it also slows down the hiring process, which can lead to costly hiring delays and candidates lost to the competition. Before adding additional layers to interviews, it's important for employers to assure that each new screen actually helps identify great candidates and doesn't just make interviews harder without any offsetting benefit. So let me ask Ferlan on how to come up a great interview.
Hi everyone, I'm Ferlan. Let me give you some tips on how to make a great interview. So there are great interview questions to ask candidate. Struggling to come up with interview questions to ask your candidates? These questions will help you find top talent fast. First, what attracts you most to this position and company? Second, what was the best thing about your last job? Third, tell me about a time you had a difficult working relationship with a colleague. What was the challenge? How did you address the situation? And what did you learn from the experience? Fourth, what is a development area, a deficit, or a gap that you've had to overcome or improve in your career? How was that identified and what did you do to improve? Fifth, what are the two of the most satisfying accomplishments in your career? Tell me about each of them. And the last, do you have any questions for me? So we can conclude that finding candidates who have the right skills and who are also great culture fits with the ability to weather adversity, manage stress, deal with ambiguity, work constructively as part of a team, and demonstrate resourcefulness will serve you well in both the short and long term. Glassdoor's recruiting solution is a perfect tool to attract high quality candidates to make your interview process more productive. After you attract high quality candidates, it takes a little planning ahead, choosing which interview format you'll use, what questions to ask, and who will ask them. But the payoff is high. Everyone agrees no business is better than its employees. So if hiring the right people is so important, why are most interviewers satisfied with being mediocre interviewers?
Hi, I'm Steffi. After learning the proper behavior and process of the interviewers from Hannah, Ella, and Verlan, let me now show you what is the proper behavior or etiquettes on facing an interview. So first, let me tell you what is etiquette. Etiquette refers to good manners which help transform a man into a gentleman. An individual must behave well in public to gain respect and appreciation from others. It is essential to behave in a socially acceptable way. Interview is nothing but an interaction between the employer and potential employee where the employer tries to judge the individual on various parameters for prospective employment in organization. An individual must do well in interviews to be a part of his dream job. Interview etiquette. Interview etiquette refers to codes of conduct an individual must follow while appearing for interviews. So let me ask help to Jayset and Charisma on how we can go through some interview etiquette.
Hi, I'm Jason. Let us go through some interview etiquette. While appearing for telephonic interview, make sure you have resume in front of you. Move to a quiet place and keep a pen and paper handy to jot down address or other necessary details. Personal interview. An individual must be present at the interview venue before time. Start from your home a little early and allow a margin for traffic congestions, car problems, route diversions, and other unavoidable circumstances. Check the route well in advance to avoid last-minute confusions. If you do not have own conveyance, book a cab or ask your friend or family member to drop you right outside the venue. Be very particular about your appearance. Follow the professional dress code for an everlasting first impression. Wear something which looks good on you. Coordinate a light color shirt with a dark color well-fitted trouser. Make sure your shoes are polished and do not make noise. Hair should be neatly combed and do apply a mild perfume. It is essential to smell good. Enter the interviewer's cabin with confidence. Greet him with a warm smile. A firm handshake says that an individual is confident, aggressive, and willing to take challenges. Do not offer to shake hands if the interviewer is a female. Do not sit unless you have been told to so. Make an eye contact with the interviewer. Avoid looking here and there. Be honest with the interviewer. Remember, a single lie leads to several other lies. Avoid fake stories. Take care of your pitch and tone. Be polite but firm. Do you have any other ideas on how and what is the proper behavior of interviewees? Charisma?
Hi, Jayset. I think I have additional information to what Jayset gave. First is, stay calm. Avoid being nervous during interviews. Remember, no one will hang you till death if you do not clear the interview. There is always a second chance. Next is, one must sit straight for the desired impact. Avoid fiddling with pen and paper. It is important to have the right attitude as it helps you to stand apart from the crowd. Keep your cell phone in a silent mode while attending interviews. Cell phone ringing during interviews is an offense. Chewing gum during interview is childish. Do not fold your resume. Instead, keep it in a proper folder. Carry all the relevant documents which you might need during interview. Keep a passport-size photograph handy. Slangs and one-liners must not be used in interviews. Avoid cracking jokes with the interviewer. Once you are done with the interview, do not forget to thank the interviewer. That will be all. We hope that our provided information helped you all. Thank you.